Okay. So starting in the bottom right quadrant, we have who or what is important to you about. So our question is, what is important to all of you on the team about being a high-performing team? So what are some values that everyone believes that this would be good for teamwork for a group? So I think a good value would be like effectiveness or
Yeah, I was gonna say effectiveness or hold on, sorry. I'm pulling my stuff.
I'd say being knowledgeable about
What
what
about
you're
like a shared
A
responsibility?
shared responsibility and being knowledgeable about what you're being effectively knowledgeable about what you're
your
talking
content.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, content. Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I heard another one.
Shared responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think with shared responsibility, it involves communication. And I think in order to be a high-performing team, communication is key.
Yes.
Definitely agree. There's
Collaboration.
communication, like things are gonna get dropped and
Yeah.
treatment fidelities aren't gonna get done correctly, and that's a big one where I'm coming from right now. That's where we always lack is our communication.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
I think also being able to like kind of fall under the communication part.
Anything else?
Being able to give feedback as well as take other people's feedback.
I agree. Yeah, you have to be able to hear feedback and give feedback as well.
Mm-hmm.
And also just like deliver some things that may not be as positive. It might be like taken aversively, which is okay in a team, but being able to deliver it still.
Agree. Right. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Effective criticism.
Okay. How do we feel with those values right now?
I think they're good.
Yeah.
Do we add on applying that criticism?
Yeah, and I also think like integrity or like honesty kind of goes along too, but being like a high performance team, you're demonstrating excellence, you have integrity, utilizing teamwork, communication, and I think also having like a common goal, like a common mission together is also like a great way to work towards something, towards a goal,
I
like
agree.
towards something.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. So
Okay,
we
great.
Okay. So are we should pick one of these values.
I think a very important thing is to have that your team members respect you and your supervisees.
Does anyone have a preference?
Janet's was kind of going over respect. So
Mm-hmm.
go ahead, Janet, if you want to finish that statement.
RESPECT.
Let's write that down. But
Are we supposed to pick one? I think that's good, right?
yeah, I think to move on to the next one, we have to kind of focus on one value that we all share in this bottom quadrant.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one would be communication, but
exactly what I was getting ready to say was communication.
Okay.
We are from different parts of the world and life.
Does everyone agree with communication as the value you want to focus on?
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go to the top right, if that's cool with everyone, unless someone has a better, wants to go to a different one.
No, that works.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So the upper right quadrant is discussing what could you as a team be seen doing to move towards who or what is important. So what actions, what types of activities can you be seen through the rest of your staff members to be working towards this one common value.
I think in terms of like our group setting, it would look like us sending like keeping in contact via text or via Google Hangout if there were like questions or concerns.
I like that. Google Hangouts, email.
Also in contact about responsibilities
Yeah.
or what needs to be done.
And then also like communicating any barriers I think is important. You know, like we may delegate some responsibilities and some things may come up, and I think it's important to effectively communicate that proactively. So I think communicating barriers as well.
I agree.
Yeah, I think delegating is a good one.
Delegation, yeah, that's a excellent.
One second.
I think also like
Text me
following up.
saying that she says that supervisees feeling that supervisor respect their opinion is critical.
So you could have like open body language.
Yeah.
Kind of like a open office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, group, but I'm thinking work, but the group.
That's a really good list.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that list is fine where it's at. There's big word like
That's all I can think of.
big enough,
Really.
yeah, big enough content in there that pretty much covers all basics, you know?
That's kind of what I was thinking. If someone thinks of something later, like feel free to let me know and I can add it too.
Okay.
Sometimes as we do other quadrants, other things will pop up that we think might be good for another section. So we can definitely go back and add them. So let's go to the bottom left one, if that's all right with everyone.
Yeah.
So the bottom left is your inner thoughts and feelings that would hinder this value.
It could be personality traits. Like some
Personality.
people are more shy to communicate than others.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Experience. Like with experience, like if you don't have a lot, then you're more shy. Like definitely personality.
Mm-hmm.
And I think going along with that too, like some people like have this concept that they're more shy than others. So I think just like our own inner judgment, like our own inner critique can be like sometimes more challenging. So I was thinking more of like insecurity, like,
Yeah.
anxiety.
Anxiety, yeah.
Anxiety of taking the lead with things.
Yeah.
Or just even anxiety like being in a group, like, you know, like having to like work together and like, you know, with communication barriers like we've experienced too, it can be kind of misleading or difficult.
Especially with how large the group is.
Yeah, since we're all used to pretty much like group size of 3 and 4 lately, this is our biggest one. And I know like it was overwhelming for me to start off, but
Right.
Yeah, same. And the time zone is like such a big barrier for me because I've never experienced like where I'm, you know, only one not in the same time zone, or like it wasn't like more people on the same time zone. So that was a big barrier in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So we could put that as like location or something like that.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be an inner stuff, I guess. That would be more like barriers, I guess. But
yeah. What are some like inner thoughts that like kind of going around like I'm not confident in my language skills, getting things across, like that type of process? What type of statements could we add there?
I think like like, am I smart enough? Am I good enough? Does my group like me? Do they think I'm doing a good job?
Am I contributing enough?
Yeah, am I
Yeah, like the level of excellence.
Yeah, like do my
Yeah.
group members think I'm doing enough?
enough? Yeah.
Do they think I'm
Can
working
you
out?
hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you,
You
Jan.
can't.
I
Yeah.
can hear you, Janet. I think another thought that we could put on there would be like, do I understand what our group goal is? Like in this specific instant, like all of our assignments, like do we all understand them? Are we doing this right?
Right. Yeah. Chandler, can you switch it back to the screen so I can see it really fast? Thanks. Sorry.
You're good. Is that right?
Yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to look.
You're good. Is that right? That last
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm
We
out of
can
that
hear you.
train. I know. I was sorry. My mic was off, but I was listening the whole time. It was because I was on the train. So, but this is looking great, everyone.
It looks very nice there. I wish I was there.
Yes.
Yeah. It's well. I mean, it is also 6. Oh. Hence the microphone being off some of the time.
Let's
But,
see.
yeah. Okay. So, I think that's good. I think we have a lot of like thoughts about inner stuff
That's what I
that
was
goes on
gonna
like
say.
our
I feel
inner
like those are enough.
dialogue.
I
Yeah,
think
it's like kind of those same like what if questions or like the am I enough questions, am I this, whatever.
Yeah.
it's almost like undermining your own thoughts.
Where are you?
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Yay! That's awesome.
Wait, so Janet, so you can hear Brooke?
I can hear everyone.
I'm sorry, I don't feel like anybody can hear me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you,
Yeah.
girl.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Some things that I thought of as about a supervisory group is that, you know, if our staff thinks that our input is valuable, like
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I work in a group where the BCBA comes in, and we have a lot of staff where that don't think the BCBA offers valuable input or recognizes that ours is more or at
Right.
least as valuable as hers because we work with these children every day.
I definitely
Right.
So I think that I would add that the need to be respected
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
as
good.
a supervisory team.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I
I feel
know
like that's
how in some situations, depending which trainers or supervisors or BCBAs are in the room, I feel like sometimes my voice, like I'm just talking to a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree. I definitely agree with that.
But it depends on who I'm with and different personalities.
Hello, did everybody go away?
Yeah. I agree.
Are we good to move on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Last
Okay.
section, guys. Last quadrant.
Okay.
Um,
And what do we do? What do we do to move away from that? And where we kind of like say,
uh,
I don't know. I don't have the confidence sometimes.
Something that helps me is like I like to, if I'm like in a group setting, especially like I like to find someone and kind of like reach out to them. I think
I
like,
agree.
other
Yeah.
people are like a really good support, or you know, kind of like finding like a common ground with someone and kind of like sharing like, hey, like I'm kind of shy, or hey, like I don't know how to talk about this, but it's kind of awkward and I want to bring it up. So I think that always helps me, like reaching out, like seeking support with someone else, especially someone else like within the same cohort, because they have more of a, like an understanding compared to someone else.
Yeah, I like that. I definitely agree. I do that for sure.
okay.
And then like also like what I put on my individual one was like meditation, like taking deep breaths. Like that's literally like how like it'll help me a lot of the time too.
Right.
And then also the like yeah, I guess just communicating openly with others, and then like meditation and taking deep breaths. Oh, drinking water, like eating a snack, because I recognize like I have more of those like thoughts and negative feelings like if I'm hungry or thirsty. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're tired. Enough sleep.
yeah, just like general self-care.
Yeah.
It can be hard. It
Yeah.
can be hard sometimes.
Because my company just did this for our training just last Monday. And we did this top left quadrant, like the complete opposite of what we do here for group. This left one that we're working on right now, we did things like what is actions that are moving us
We've
away.
had some supervisors, some BCBAs leave recently because they just get blowback from our team, the PCAs and the TSSs in the group. Like, you know, what do you mean by this, that, and the other thing? And then the teacher giving them a lot of disrespect. And it's like, it's just difficult for people when they get beaten down all the time.
Yeah.
So
you
it's
need
like, I would say
positivity
that that's
in
a
there.
thing that's like, when you get like that disrespect thing, that they run away because they don't want to deal with that, when they
Right.
could,
Right.
you know, maybe support their perspective a little bit better,
Respect
and or
opinions.
be a, I don't know, a better team.
Right. Well, this one is also talking about like what would like supposedly, so with the example you provided, like what would that BCBA do to like avoid like other feelings? Like if they're feeling like they're like getting disrespected, then reach out, like check in. You know, it's gonna be probably awkward and aversive, but like I think that's where the open communication ties in, like kind of what I mentioned earlier about just like asking someone, because like that's a way to like steer away from getting the bottom left stuff in control of, you
Yeah.
know, the performance of the individual and thus the team.
Agree.
Right.
Definitely.
So that's the 4 quadrants. It's like,
They're all
you
interrelated.
know, here's the way, you know, people react to
Do you
it.
think that we could talk about in that section, like furthering like our knowledge or education? Like if we're worried about like not being smart enough or like not having enough information in regards to like contributing to the conversation, that like we could seek out further like knowledge to know
Yeah,
more.
that's a good idea. That is, especially like if you're like legit are like needing more knowledge, but because like I was thinking of it more from just like an insecurity standpoint of like sometimes my thoughts just like lead me that direction sometimes. But
Right.
definitely like immersing yourself in the literature and like in more research, I think will definitely like build some confidence and self-esteem to more effectively like operate within a team.
Oh, definitely. I've done that, and it's helped a little bit in certain areas that I was.
Well, I think delivery is the most important thing. When you get with a direct care staff, I think delivery is the most important thing, truthfully.
Right, and then you have to like individualize the delivery, right? You have to make sure that others are able to, like you're able to individualize it for each supervisee. It's going to be different
Definitely.
sometimes.
Definitely.
Exactly. I mean, it's like I tell my kids all the time, it's like, if somebody's talking, if you're able to talk up here and somebody else is down here and you can't bring it down here, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Right? A very
Individual.
minimalistic thing, but, you know, I see it in my classroom all the time where it's like some staff is able to understand things that are up here, but other staff are still down here. So it's like,
You got to include everyone.
Yeah. Great.
Great work, team. We filled out all 4 quadrants.
I feel very
oh,
good
we
with,
did? Okay, we're all done.
yeah, I feel very good with what we have.
Yeah, I did too.
I can't
All
see
right.
the comments at
Then if
all.
everyone's good, I'm going to stop the broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.